my 2001 Road King Classic. I'll get into like all the little things I did, but I'm not even close to being done with what I want to do to this thing yet. But this is how she looks, exterior wise, all around. Decent. Let's give her a start up. It's got the fishtails. These are 39s. They poke out about that much. They are loud, as y'all will hear on this ride. They scream. This is no baffle, and you'll hear them. Let's go for a little cruise. Alrighty. You know what I love the most about this bike? So I did that rev up, but you see how like this is like uphill right here? I honestly don't even need to give it any throttle. This bike will just walk itself if you got clutch control. Look at that. Ready? Feet up. Whee! Gotta love it. Gotta love that. All the littler bikes I always rode, never could have done that. You gotta give it at least a little bit of throttle. You know, maybe they weren't tuned right, but this thing, I still think this thing is running lean. Y'all are gonna hear it when I take off. It's like a gun show. Yeah. Ooh, pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Like I said, this thing can be very irritating if you don't like loud bikes. Me personally, I am irritating. Listen to that. Holy crap. Gotta love it. Like I was saying, like once you get up to speeds, the exhaust sound kind of just muffles itself out and you're not really even worried about it anymore. It's only when you're going at lower speeds that you hear it like crazy, or when you're downshifting. That's when you get the pop, 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 pop. But that's when you get the best part of everything, because we love that popping noise. I don't know, I've had a bunch of bikes, and this one to me is honestly just the best I've ever ridden. I honestly just never knew what I was missing. You know, I had like Sportsters, I had a sports bike, I had all these other things, but once I got this, it's like it's no comparison. I could ride this all day and never get tired of it. So what I did, I mean, I'll do like a quick off the jump. We got the 16-inch apes. Personally, you know, I'm like 5'11". I wanted the the good ride height where my arms weren't gonna be like dead, being like up here. I wanted like perfect little ride height. I'm like fully extended out right now. This to me is the most comfortable ride position I've ever had. Like honestly, 16s, I mean, I might be able to bump up to 18s and still be comfortable. I mean, they'd probably be, let's see, 16 with a little, because this has a little down curve to it. So it'd probably be like right here, which it's above my shoulders, which is why I didn't really want to do that. But it really just depends on how high. I mean, I saw this one guy who had the 19s up there. His arms were like fully extended up in the air, and I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do that. My arms would be falling asleep every 2 seconds. That's poor circulation right there for you. So to me, the 16s are the way to go. They look aggressive. They feel great. Your arms don't get tired. Doesn't feel like you're reaching for anything. It just feels like you're cruising, which is what I always wanted. That was the main goal. And like I said, like you hear it, like when you're just cruising, you really don't hear the exhaust that much. It's really when you let off or when you're going at lower speeds or when you're downshifting. That's when you really get the feeling. Gotta love these lights, man. Things are freaking killer. Ugh. But yeah, this bike has like, what is it at? 28.3, 28,000. I think this is a one owner bike. Had it and kept it his whole life until he passed away, and then his wife sold it, and now I got it. So 28,000 for a one owner bike. Pretty decent, if I do say so. Yeah, we gotta get some gas up in this thing. I will notice that, like, once I switch to straight pipe, you burn a lot of fuel, but honestly, who gives? As long as it sounds good and feels good, nobody cares. Oh, let's see if we can do this. Honestly, the craziest part about this whole bike is how light it feels. Like when you're just going and like, you don't really feel anything for weight wise. Should be good though. Let's see if it'll leak. Oh, yep. And that's why I always shake it out. Because that is just ridiculous. Right in the hole.
That's what she said.
I think about it all the time, like, if you cannot hear me coming and you do some dumb stuff like pull out or anything like that, that's like pretty concerning, because this thing is loud. This is that one time where you don't, you want to be careful, because these idiots be pulling back and being like, oh, I'm not actually turning. I'm going way too low. God, people are so slow. Best thing I ever got were these mirrors. So me personally, I was messing around with a bunch of them, because when this thing got to me, it had the low cruisers, and I could not get onto those. It just didn't feel comfortable. Everything felt weird. It was just not my vibe. So when I got these handlebars on, I was like, oh yeah, like I can put like the regular mirrors, hang them down. They go to like here, which is great, except for the fact that it goes right into your armpit. And that, my good people, is very irritating. Not that I look behind myself that much, but you like to know like what's going on. At least now I can see behind me if anybody's creeping up. Alright, let me see if I can buckle my head and clip, because I forgot to do that at the gas station. Isn't it lovely? Perfect. But yeah, it's nice to know like how far people are behind you and such. And that's one thing I needed. I don't really care. I just would rather be able to see if somebody's about to hit me. He's like up over there. Thank you. Sometimes you gotta give him a little show. Oh my God, so many bumps and shit. This is how you wake up the whole neighborhood with this thing. I love it. Oh, thank you. You too. Oh yeah. Enjoy it, man. I love days like that where everybody's out on their bikes, enjoying life. Can you turn or not? Like, Can we make up our mind here? Okay, what are we doing here, buddy? Oh, come on. Okay. Alright, you finally turning? Are you actually gonna turn though? I love that. I don't know why people get so offended by the popping sound. It's just like pop, pop, pop. You know, you're in your helmet just chilling, you're like pop, 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 pop. It's like a little fun little thing. Pop, pop. See? It's fun. Everybody around these parts, like, they hate it. Sound, they're like, oh, that's noise pollution. What are you doing? You're gonna hurt my eardrums. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably true, but ain't nobody cares. To me, that's all for the experience. That's also why I went with an older Road King, FLH models, or the Road Glides, all these newer ones, I don't know. With a full bat wing, me personally, I had a FLH. It wasn't bad. It was not a bad bike whatsoever. Just to me, I want to feel the wind hitting my chest when I'm riding. It makes me feel like I'm actually alive. Versus, you know, you get the wind that goes up and over you. I don't want that. I want that to me directly in the chest. I want to hear my bike, I want to feel my bike, I want to feel everything. To me, this is like an experience that is like no other. This is freedom. But like I said, remember, like, once you get up to speeds like this, the only time you hear the exhaust, see how I'm like slowly rolling on? That's when you hear it, is just slow roll-ons. Other than that, if you're like up to speed and just cruising, like right now, I'm at the speed limit or, you know, somewhere around there. And you really don't hear it unless you roll onto it. And that's what I love about it. I've seen just the straight, I don't know what they were, but they curve upwards. I've seen them a couple times on bikes. I like them. I think that might be where I go next. I want something that sounds a little bit more pure. I might go to that. Like, I didn't do any like headers or anything like that. This is just slip-on. So I mean, if you want a sound test about what your like older Road King's gonna sound like, this is pretty much what it's gonna be like. So if this is too much, I wouldn't do it. To me, I always like, I don't know, when I got this thing, it was completely original. I'll throw a picture up. But yeah, to me, I was like, I need something that I can feel, I can hear. Like when I say original, I mean like original glass windshield, original saddlebags, original exhaust. It grips too. When you go around corners and everything, I know people put them way down. I don't care enough to do any of that. I'm more of a cruiser. A lot of bikers out today. Well, and it sucks. I don't know about everywhere where everybody is at, but where I'm at, man, we getting rain every single weekend for like the past, I want to say, at least 4 to 5 weekends. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. The other thing I never had on any of my other bikes, even my FLH. My FLH was like a 1999. It had it as an option, but mine personally didn't have it, is the heel toe shifter. Oh my God, that is like chef kisses right there. I have always wanted a bike that has that. I could have added it, but I honestly just didn't to my other one. I was so naturally accustomed to doing it because my other bike was like that, just regular shifting. I don't gotta worry about what shoes I'm wearing. I don't gotta worry about anything. It's just go. Oh. Like right now, like we're just cruising. I hit roadkill. Ew, something just splattered up at me. That was nasty. I love the back roads when there's no one on them. You can just cruise. For me, that's what I wanted in my life. I don't need, oh my God! Oh, just clapped a bird. Like I don't need no sports bikes no more. I don't need to go fast. I don't have that type of thrill anymore. Now I'm more just into sound and cruisability. And this bike offers all of that. Like, me with 2 knee surgeries and a hip surgery, yeah, this is a perfect alternative.